Greetings, I'm Mr. Ngige, your trainer in TCP and networking. Welcome to Lab 7, Part 2, Implementing Standard ACLs. We looked at ACLs, its logic, and the various types in our Part 1, and I hope that you have watched at it. We are going to look at identify types of ACLs, then we implement standard ACLs. So we previously had that source, physical topology, and whereby we have the various networks like 192.168.1.0 prefix 24, 192.168.2.0 prefix 24, and then we have the routers are now connected with network 203.0.1, 13.0.30. Probably that is due to subnetting. Then you have 10.0.1.0 prefix 24. So and then we have the various interfaces like the gig on router 1 and on router 2. So ACLs is configured on interfaces to permit, just like we have that ACL function as a packet filter, instructing the router to permit or discard specific traffic. ACLs can filter traffic based on source, destination IP addresses, source or destination layer 4 ports. So the source is from Jeremy Lab. Types of ACLs: standard numbered, standard named. There are two methods of configuring ACLs, namely the access list command that supports only the standard numbered and extended numbered. IP access list is a command that supports all 8 types. You have the access list, that is the standard numbered and the extended numbered. For IP access list, you have the standard numbered, standard named with the sequence editing feature, standard named with the sequence editing feature, extended numbered, extended named, extended numbered with the sequence editing feature, extended named with the sequence editing feature. So going forward, we shall be looking at the access list. Sorry if you notice there is some background noise. So we have said that we're going to look at the access list. That's the command we shall be implementing. The next, the IP access list command will come later. So to implement the access list command is used to create or manage access list. Standard ACLs match traffic based only on the source IP address of the packet. Our numbered ACLs are identified with a number ACL1, ACL2, and ranges from 1 to 99, and that is for standard ACLs, and it goes to 1399 for what we call the extended ACLs. So we have access list configuration on a router. The command syntax of a standard ACL is as follows. A router, that is config, that is on the global configuration mode. So you write the access list, that's the command. Then the access list number. Then you put the permit or deny. Then the source. Here, this is where we use a source wildcard or wildcard. And then we have the host name. Host name, then any. From our previous lesson, I'm sure we are aware of what you call the subnet mask. So here we shall be looking at a source wildcard bit. Maybe the next lesson will be on that. How do we come up or how do we arrive at the wildcard a bit? But of importance is good we master this syntax. And at the end of this lesson, I shall give you an exercise whereby you're going to implement this command. Types of ACLs, we have the standard. It checks ACL source address, permits or denies entire protocol suite. Then you have the extended, checks source and destination address, generally permits or denies specific protocol and applications. The source and destination, TCP and UDP ports, protocol type, IP, ICMP, UDP, TCP or protocol number. It's good we get the differences between these two. Cisco ACL best practices. Cisco best practices for creating and applying ACLs. Apply extended ACLs near source. It's good we apply standard ACL near destination. It is good we understand these best practices. And it's good to mention that whatever statement you apply in a router, that is the one that is implemented best. And also, if you apply this permit and deny statement on an interface, you might end up hindering other network which were not intended or were never termed to be denied access. So maximum, so order ACL with multiple statements from more specific to least specific. So how you order the ACL is important, as you shall see. Maximum of 2 ACLs can be applied to a Cisco network interface. Then only one interface can be applied inbound or outbound per interface per layer 3 protocol. The layer 3 we are aware is the router. Layer 3 is the router. We have some protocol and range, and it's good. We have the protocol standard IP, extended IP, Ethernet type code, Ethernet address, transparent bridging protocol type, transparent bridging, vendor code, extended transparent bridging, all these. But most important is good that we know that we are looking at the standard IP. So for your case, it's good you know that the ACS, when you talk about ACL1, it's good you know that we are referring to a standard IP. So for this lesson going forward, we are going to narrow ourselves to standard IP. Permit ACL statement. So I'd like you to do the following in your packet tracer. Go to privilege exec mode, then you do the following: access list 1, then question mark. You get a pop-up of deny, permit, remark. So deny specify packets to reject, permit specify packets to forward, remark access list entry comment. So these are the commands which you can, these are the statements which we shall be implementing. And for this lesson, I shall demonstrate a permit statement. Then, again, you can choose access list, permit, and question mark. Then you see a pop-up, host name, any and host. It's good we understand that anytime you write a command, then you end up with a question mark, it gives us a pop-up to tell us, it's like a question we're asking, what is this next? So do the same. And then there is the permit statement, then you assign an IP address. Then the next thing you're supposed to put is the wildcard bits. Wildcard bits. So we shall look at what we call a wildcard bit mask. Then, so this is the complete access list statement that we are going to have. So how do you delete an ACL statement? For example, after you have configured and you want to make that statement null. So you put there on the global config, you write no access list one, the one that you configured. Then how do we display the whatever we configured? Just say show access list. So this is how we see the results of the ACL information. Use the show access list. So that explains the same. So the moment you're going to enter that command, you get the result. So for this lesson, we have looked at the types of ACLs. We have also talked about the access list command and the IP access list. For standard, you work with the access list. And that is what we are going to focus on. So how do we enable an access list? So it's good we know the following, that access list is configured on an interface. Then and it is good we know that the access list is of no purpose if at all it's not assigned to an interface. So to a router, write the following: interface, then you write the interface number. Then the next thing is IP access group, ACL hash, in or out. So it's good you look at this information. Just kindly look at whatever is on the screen on this section to understand the difference between in and out. Because in, when you talk about in or out means the direction. So in, it is the direction which you want to activate the ACL. So if you want to filter the incoming traffic, they specify the key word in. If you want to filter outgoing traffic, specify the keyword out. So those are my resources, and I shall continue using the resources. There is the CNL manual, the Jeremy. There is a computer working notes link. There is the networking skills, WordPress, and there's ciscopress.com. So I'm going to, so thank you, and continue to practice on this activity in your Packet Tracer, and watch on the demonstration on the virtual machine. So for this lesson, I'm going to assign you an exercise. Look at it, work on it for practice purposes. But it is good that first of all you do the normal configurations, assign, activate the IP addresses, the interfaces, and ping to see that they are communicating. Then you can apply the statement that you have just said. So following the video closely, you should be able to do that, and I know you can. So if it's your first time, kindly subscribe to help grow the channel. Also share for those who have subscribed, and also like. So for your assignment, I want you to do the following: pick a router and a cloud. So ensure you configure these first, then you configure activate it depends on the router that you're using. So if you have the interface F00 and F001, then you can assign on this interface this kind of network any. Don't use both, just use one. Then on the other end, you use that network. Then perform the following. Um, so I've made your work easier. So you're going to enter this command. Access list and deny 192.168.1 .0.0.0.2255. Then you're going to on the interface F01. So it's very clear now that if you have configured correctly and then you enter this information on this interface, so you are going to get some statistics on your packet tracer, try to do some pinging, you see whatever you get. So that's my presentation, that's my take for this part 2 of ACS. And thank you very much. I've been your trainer, Mr. Ngige. Thank you very much, and you're blessed.